Okay, so where was I? Let me finish. I think I was in the middle of solving number 3. Right. No, I just erased all my work with it though. Sorry, I had to make a cut in the video and um, do something else for a little bit. So I'm trying to get back to where I was. Oh, look, it's still here. Great. Okay. So, and this was my work panel. Great. So I was adding 17 to both sides. 17 plus 17. Okay. 122 plus 17. That's 139 equals 139. So now I have 30x equals 139. Divide by 30 on both sides. All right. And I don't think I did that one correctly. Jesus. All right. It's a long day, guys. Sorry. I'm going to start over number 3 just in case. Try to make it a little bit neater at that. Okay. All right. Let me get myself out of the way. Great. I put myself right in the way. There. Oh, just put it in the trash. Okay. Let me rewrite. ABC is 122. So the big angle is 122. So I know it has equals 122. Okay. ABD is 8x plus something. Got my paper covering it up. Okay. So ABD is 8x plus 20. So here it is this. DBC, which is this, is this. So that angle plus this. So red angle plus the purple angle, 22x minus 3, should equal the orange angle. Purple angle plus red angle should equal the orange angle. Here we go. Let's try that again. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is combine my like terms. And I always like to try to combine the variable numbers first. So I have a positive 8x here and a positive 22x here. See that? Remember, whatever sign is in front of a number is a sign that must follow it. Okay, so I have a positive plus a positive, so all I need to do is add. So the first thing that we're going to add are our x's, 22 plus 8, that's 30, so that was correct for my last try. And what happens is I can now take these out and take a look at what else I have. If you notice, I still have a positive 20 and a negative 3. Those are like terms too. In class, I call them naked numbers because they don't have a variable with them. In real life math, they're called coefficients if they don't have a variable. Coefficients are like terms. That's just saying you have family members that don't like to wear clothes. That's why I call them naked numbers, right? And so those two can be combined. So if I combine these two numbers, and remember carrying the sign that's in front, so that's a positive 20 and a negative 3, you know, with a positive plus a negative, you're going to subtract, keep the sign of the higher number, right? So really you should have 17. Plus 17 is a positive 17. That's where I messed up before, okay? So positive 20 plus a negative 3 is a positive 17, and I will just bring down the rest, which was 122. Now, the next thing I need to do is start getting x by itself. And the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the 17, okay? Do adding or subtracting first. This is the thing that you're going to add or subtract. So I will now subtract 17 on both sides, okay? Why am I subtracting? Because you have to do the opposite of what you see. If you see a plus 17, do a minus 17, which means the same as subtract 17. 122 minus 17. And what happens is I'll bring down my 30x. That canceled out. That's why I did it. The opposite of what I see. So I can end up canceling out, which means I got rid of it. Remember, the whole point is to get rid of it. And then you're going to add these. 7, 8, 9. So I have one. Remember, I have to subtract. So what we're going to do here is subtract to get the difference here. 105. So now what I can do is get x by itself, this time by doing the opposite of what I see. Any number right beside a letter means multiply. So the opposite of multiply is divide. So I'll divide by 30 on both sides, not negative 30. Remember, when doing multiplication and division, when you're trying to isolate the variable, get x by itself, you do the opposite of what you see, but not the opposite integer of what you see. Adding, subtracting, you do the opposite integer. So divide by 30. So now I have 105 divided by 30. My answer here is 3.5. So x equals 3.5 if I did that correctly. Okay? So if I find x, which is 3.5, right? So x equals 3.5. See that? I can now tell you the true measure of these angles. ABD, the purple one, guess what? How do I figure out the true measure? In the formula 8x plus 20, remember x we already figured out was 3.5. So I'm really doing 3.5 times 8 plus 20. All I did was substitute x. So if 3.5 is correct, still not sure if it is, but you get the idea. Let me know if you come up with a different answer. 3.5 times 8, that's 28. So I have 28 plus 20, 48. So what this tells me is that this angle is 48. And now let's do DBC, which is the red angle, which was 22x minus 3. So again, you have 22 times x, which we now was 3.5, because we did all that work to solve it, minus 3. Do your 22 times 3.5, and then subtract 3, 74. So that angle is really 74. So red equals 74, purple equals 48. But the hard part was to get x by itself to figure out what x is before you can plug it back in to your equation part. Okay? I'm going to now do, I'm taking forever on this. I must be tired. Number 4. I can actually just go ahead and start number 4. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I just want to get me out of the way. What I'm going to do here is get you started with number 4, and then you are going to find a final answer for it. All right, so let's see what I got. I have PRS, that's the line, as you can see is 180, right? And then PRQ, that's this angle, is 6x plus 13, and then QRS is this. So let's start putting these together. So both of them together should equal 180, right? Red angle plus blue angle should equal 180. Red angle is 6x plus 13 plus the blue angle, which is 3x minus 4. Now you just need to solve for x. Once you solve for x, you can plug it in. So you really need to make sure you understand your integer rules. And if you don't understand the integer rules, please make sure you're using a calculator appropriately. First thing we do is going to combine like terms of the variable. So you have a positive 6x and a positive 3x. How much is that? Yes, positive 9. See how you have 9x? Because you just combined these. And then you have your negative numbers, which I also known as coefficients, of positive 13 and a negative 4. So if you combine, remember combine means add, 13 plus a negative 4, you'll get 9. That's a positive 9. So that's really what you have on this side after combining your like terms, right? And then you're equal 180. I'm going to stop here because I'm hoping you will practice on your own with this one how to get x by itself. Not sure? Step 1. Get rid of the number in which you have to add or subtract first. That's closest to x. Never move the side that has a 180 or that has a one thing on this side. So do the opposite of what you see. What's the opposite of what you see here? Minus 9. Remember, what you do to one side of the street, you must do to the other. See that? Then when you do that, you will get rid of this. Bring it down. Whatever you have here. Remember, any number right next to a letter means multiply, so you do the opposite of what you see, which is divide. Divide by 9. Divide by 9 on that side. And what happens is this cancels out, leaving you with x, and then your final answer lies in here. Good luck. Let's see what's next. Oh, it's the same thing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and solve this one for you, and then you can do 6 on your own. Same stuff, so here we go. Angle JIL, there it is. So the biggie is this. Oh, we're switching up sides, are we? Not a problem. And LIK, which is the small one, is this. And then JIK is this. So JIK is this. JIL. Whoops. I see where I messed up. Do you? Let me go back. The green one wasn't that big. JIL, which is this. Is here. Then I have LIK, which is this. Is here. And then JIK, the big one. Change color. The big one is here. So remember, green plus orange should equal red. So that's how you need to write your equation. Green, 20x minus 10 plus orange, which is 8x minus 20, should equal red, which equals 140, 140. See if I can scoot this over some. Minus 6x. I'm not sure if you can see that. So I will move it. Can't move it because I'm using the screen, but I can't manipulate that well. I have to write it over. Be patient. There we go. JIL was 20x minus 10 plus 8x minus 20. This is love, you guys. I keep doing this stuff for you. Equals 140 minus 6x. Close enough. All right, here's my street. Start combining like terms. We'll combine the like terms on this side first. See that? Like term, like term. Positive 20, a positive 8. Combine means add, so you should see that you have 28x on this side so far, right? Let's take that out so I don't have to look at it. And now I will combine negative 10, negative 20. Put it in a calculator if you're not sure of your integer rules. If you do that, a negative 10 plus a negative 20, you'll get negative 30. Okay? And then you still have your 140 minus 6x over here. This video is about to end, so I'm going to stop here. In the next video, I'll pick up with solving this one. So you can do 6 on your own afterwards.